Ever wish you had an off switch for your brain? Well, today we're going to talk about something that's pretty darn close. It's a super simple, science-backed technique that can help quiet that overthinking mind, and all it takes is 10 minutes.
Oh, we've all been there, right? Stuck in that overthinking loop. It's when your brain just grabs onto one thought, maybe a worry, and it will not let go. It just plays over and over and over, and you feel like you can't hit the stop button.
You know, therapists have this really powerful way of putting it. They say the thoughts are stuck simply because they have nowhere to go. Picture it like a massive traffic jam in your head, right? All these thoughts are just cars stuck with no exit ramp in sight. They just keep circling and circling.
Okay, so how do we get out of that mental gridlock? First, we got to understand what's actually happening. Let's dive into the overthinking loop. So what's going on is your brain is basically stuck recycling the same thoughts over and over. It's because it sees them as an unfinished job, something that needs to be solved. And since it doesn't know what to do with them, it just keeps them on repeat, hoping something will click.
All right, so how do we stop that endless cycle? Well, there's this surprisingly simple technique. Think of it like a mental reset button that even the pros use.
The official name for this is expressive writing. And look, this is not your Dear Diary kind of journaling. It's a very specific tool, so specific that it's used by trauma therapists. The whole point is to get those looping thoughts out of your head and onto paper, to give them somewhere to go. It's amazing for trauma because it helps people get those intrusive thoughts out safely without even having to say them out loud.
Okay, here's how you do it. And you gotta follow these steps exactly. First, set a timer for 10 minutes. Just 10. Second, you're going to write continuously, no stopping. And third, this is the big one, you have to keep that pen moving no matter what.
And here are the rules that make this whole thing work. Rule 1, no editing. Rule 2, no rereading what you just wrote. And Rule 3, absolutely no correcting spelling or grammar. Seriously, the point isn't to write something pretty, it's to build that exit ramp for your thoughts. But what if you get stuck? What if your mind goes blank? Easy. You just write, I don't know what to write. Literally, write that sentence over and over. Or this feels silly, or whatever. Just keep the pen moving. It signals to your brain that the line is open, and believe me, your brain will seize the opportunity to dump out all that stuff it's been holding on to.
So why on earth does this work? It seems almost too simple, right? Well, there's some really cool science behind it. Let's get into the science of release.
Okay, check this out. This is the before and after for your brain. On one side, you've got your brain on overthinking. It's holding all these thoughts in its active memory, creating those endless loops. But then, after writing, you've basically moved those thoughts outside of your head. You've externalized them. And that sends a powerful signal to your brain that the job is done and it can finally let go. So here's the bottom line. When you write a thought down, you're telling your brain, hey, this is handled. It's been logged. You can officially clock out now. It's basically giving your brain permission to stop working on it. It's a total mental reset.
All right, so we get the how and the why, but does it actually work in the real world? Let's talk about the proof. What happens when you really put pen to paper?
So researchers who studied this found something really interesting. You feel better almost right away, sure. But the real, lasting change, that comes after a specific number of times. And that magic number is 4.
Get this, just 4 consecutive days. That's it. 10 minutes a day for 4 days in a row. Doing that led to measurable drops in anxiety and what's called rumination, which is just a fancy word for overthinking. This is why it's not just some random tip. It's a tool used in actual treatment centers. Why? Because it works.
So, how do you make this a habit? Simple. Make it easy. You don't want to be scrambling for a pen when your mind is already racing. So keep a notebook right by your bed for those 3 a.m. worries. Or have one on your desk for when work stress hits. Just be ready for it.
And maybe the best part of all is how fast you feel it. This isn't one of those things you have to do for weeks to see if it's working. The second that 10-minute timer goes off, you'll feel it. Your brain will just feel quieter, calmer. It's an instant sense of relief.
And that really brings us to the final point here. This isn't just about stopping some annoying thoughts. It's about taking back your own mental space. So I'll leave you with this question to think about. What could 10 minutes of real, actual quiet do for you?